Well, I mean, you know things are getting bad when the New York Times is reporting that the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Dan Kane, is warning Trump not to escalate because it would, quote, dangerously deplete interceptors available to the military central command. This is after Hegseth got all hot under the collar, testifying that this wasn't the case. Chris, can we see cut 2?
It's been an astounding military success.
No, but are we winning the war?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do you call Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz winning?
The president has got himself and America stuck in the quagmire of another war in the Middle East.
Don't say I support the troops on one hand and then a 2-month mission is a quagmire. That's a false equivalation. Who are you cheering for here? Well, their nuclear facilities have been obliterated. Underground, they're buried, and we're watching them 24/7. So we know where any nuclear material
reclaiming
might be.
my time. We had to start this war, you just said, 60 days ago, because the nuclear weapon was an imminent threat. Now you're saying that it was completely obliterated?
They had not given up their nuclear ambitions.
One of our surviving soldiers told CBS, quote, painting a picture that one squeak through is a falsehood. So are you saying that these soldiers, our soldiers, who survived this horrific attack are lying?
What I'm saying is before the commencement of the conflict, we put in maximum defensive posture we could.
That's a direct
we moved
contradiction to
70,
what they said.
and this.
So I thought I was giving you a cut from when he was insisting that we had enough missile interceptors to continue the war, and that all of these reports to the contrary were lies and hyperbole. We know that's not true, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on some of the back and forth there at the hearing. But, you know, Ben Shapiro is out there saying that the leakers to the New York Times should be tracked down and arrested regarding these depleted stockpiles. But we know that for years now that these stockpiles are running dry. I mean, CSIS came out with a report that said we had used like half of our Patriot missiles and THAAD interceptors in this war, and that the chief of naval operations testified before Congress in 2025, almost a year ago, that we had burned through our Standard Missile 3s at a, quote, alarming rate. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. What do you make of this? Like, and be free to, you know, just jump in on anything that he said, but it seems like they're, again, trying to deny reality in terms of like our continuing ability to wage this war in the Middle East while giving more weapons to Ukraine. You know, at some point, we just can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is the trade-off of having what they call these exquisite weapon systems. This is the trade-off for having exquisite weapon systems is, you know, and really that's what they call them. But we all know that the premise of the American empire for the last, you know, couple of generations has been that we're so far out ahead and no one can touch us. And so really the purpose of our weapon systems is not so much having the best weapon systems as it is figuring out how to extract the most money from the American taxpayer and from the Federal Reserve's printing press and, you know, just take more for the people who are doing the manufacturing. The thing becomes, you know, a self-licking ice cream cone or, you know, the cart before the horse kind of thing to such a degree for so long that then they really weren't counting on, well, geez, you know, or I guess they weren't. Someone else was complaining. I'm sorry, I don't know who to give credit to, but somebody smart was complaining that, you know, I mean, think of the dereliction of duty that over these generations, I mean, or whatever, the last 20, 30 years, that they have not covered American fighter jet bunkers in concrete throughout the Middle East there, throughout the Gulf. We don't have concrete shielded hangars at all in Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, anywhere. They put nothing into this because the whole thing is a make-work program. It's a government program. And so when it comes to security, they don't care about us. You know, they're busy patrolling the no-fly zone causing September 11th rather than patrolling American airspace, preventing the damn thing.